Go ahead, Brody.
But if Brody, you ask a single question,
I'll wait,
I will
yeah.
just snap you.
How's the transition been, just, from the time you first got to Dallas to trying to get acclimated to a new city and a new team?
Overall, it's been about as smooth as it probably could be. With when our house went up in the market, we sold a house, bought a house. Everything just happened so fast, and the move got there, and the transition of getting the family adjusted with schools and everything that goes on with that was really good. And the hockey side, that's the easy side. You show up, you got a great group of guys in that locker room. It's been fun to get to know them and compete with them. And there's certain things that could always be a little bit better, but it's been a fun year in a lot of ways. There's been some ups and downs. We got off to a terrible start, and then we battled back the next 15 games to put ourselves back in a good spot. And then with some of the transitions in the organization with the coaches is just added a little wrinkle to it. But the guys have been good. It's very the guys play a pretty honest game out there, and the room's a pretty honest room as far as just competing and showing up each night to do our job, and it's been fun.
Obviously when the Stars signed you, they talked about not on ice, but also the off ice stuff. When you walk into a new room, does it take a little while to get comfortable, and
Yeah.
how is that kind of?
Yeah, for sure,
going?
it does. Yeah, I haven't played with a lot of those guys before.
Right.
You got Fedzi and Roman, and I've played with Bish on a team or two, but it was pretty easy, really. It was an easy room to get into, I think, and have some fun. And we got down there a little bit earlier, so when I was down there, there's 4 or 5 guys around the rink when we were working out and skating, and just kind of eased in that way, into a smaller group, and then we got going. So the hockey's always the easiest part. The toughest part of the transition was probably the relationships that we had here, within the organization, outside. It's just leaving those. This is what Nate has known, and this is where we've kind of grown up in the hockey world. So it's to leave that's been the toughest part.
Joe, when you first get to first get to Dallas, are you vocal in the room or right away, or do you sort of wait for that?
It's kind of however the situations come. I think it was such a tough start, going 1-7-1 or whatever it was. That there were different moments that everyone was kind of saying something. We were trying to get out of it, and at the end of the day, we didn't play bad hockey, but we found ways to beat ourselves. And the thing was, when we started coming out of it, it was a group group effort. We found a lot of 1-goal wins and found different ways to win, and that was it was good to see.
I guess, are you more comfortable expressing yourself in the room now?
Yeah. I feel good. There's I feel confident in that room, and we've been playing. We have confidence on the ice, I think, especially lately, and it's in the room. There's a lot of good moments so far this year.
Do you think about the emotions of probably first TV timeout tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited. Definitely excited to get back here, see all the faces. Be back in the building. It was in Anaheim yesterday. You could see it. On Cogliano, on Perry. You can see how much a place means to a player when they play there, and I would expect something similar.
Did they give you the Rolex yet?
I have not seen anything. I have only heard from you guys. That Brody spilled it.
I think Logan tweeted it.
Yeah, Logan tweeted it, and Brody came on the truck. I was actually watching it that night.
Oh, thank you.
What do you think it's going to be like to not skate through the Sharks' head, see the other team do it, and have to go up against your buddies in that game?
I think it'll be weird. Probably just seeing the jersey is going to be the toughest part. Just being awkward in a lot of ways. Probably lining up and go from there.
But also too, you got the last one of those times you walked out. Some of the most emotional moments in the history of that building happened when you walked out and waved at the fans after you were out there in the playoffs and all that amazing stuff that happened last year.
Yeah, for sure. The way it kind of went down at the end of the year, it was just kept taking hits, and to come out there, one of the one moment I'll probably not forget for a long time is coming back in Game 7, scoring a goal, and actually just kind of stepping on the ice for warm-ups. There was a pretty awesome feeling when I stepped out there for warm-ups, and then to score that goal was and win the game. It was pretty special, I think, for me. And just, with a head injury, you never know, and it was pretty, thankful to be back and feeling good.
How's it been playing with Hinton Gurianov?
It's been good. You just, there's nights where you get the puck and these two are just flying. You're just spotting into places and they're taking off. And, they've been playing just good quality hockey and they've been using their strengths and playing good. And I think our line, as we've stayed together for a little longer, we've found a little bit more in zone time and have found a little bit more success. But those two are playing with confidence last night. They made a couple of big plays for us.
Are you familiar with the two kids in the old goat line? With Brett Hall and Datsuk and Zetterberg? Maybe before your time.
Yeah, no, I know those players. They're good players. They've been fun to play with and a lot of speed. And, it's on a nightly basis when they're skating and doing those things, they're easy players to play with.
I just didn't know if you were the old goat now.
I don't think so.
Will it be a little bit strange to have to block shots by Burnsy instead of tipping them?
Well, hopefully I stay on my right side, the right winger. We'll leave that up to Gary on the left side, handling him. So
Yeah, but he's on the left side sometimes now.
yeah, we'll see. He's everywhere,
Yeah.
I guess. Right?
Are you surprised that the team's struggling right now?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. And it's a situation you can never predict, especially in the NHL right now. You always think you have it figured out. And, the tough start, and then very similar to us, they claw their way back. And it's just they've kind of stumbled again, where we've been consistent enough. A lot of good skill over there, a lot of good pieces. And I am surprised they're struggling a little bit. I would have thought they would be a little bit more successful this year, but that's just the way it goes. There's always teams like that.
It's a little bit funny. 3 years ago, one longtime Shark, Patrick Marleau, leaves. You're still there, and then now, of course, you left, and then Patrick's back.
I don't think it's funny.
Funny is not the right word, but
I don't. That's just the way it goes. Things change, and yeah, I'm excited to be back. I know this place means a lot to Patty. I know he was excited to be back, and you can see he's, I think added some good depth and help to that team and that group. But yeah, for the most part, that's the business side that comes out, and you just deal with it when it comes.
It's a 1700th game tomorrow, Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's incredible. It really is. Him and Jumbo, and you look at. I guess I didn't know that. It's remarkable, really. And he still skate. He still does a lot of good things, and it's pretty cool.
How much did Patrick's sort of friendship and counsel help you make that transition as far as, opening the door to another team?
Yeah. He was someone that told me it's going to take you a little bit longer than you think, to get adjusted. And, don't be surprised. It's different going. And, but it didn't make it easier for me one way or the other. Any advice, it was just the way it happened at the end of the year when, we moved on. And any advice, you start to see it coming, you think it's going to be easy in this, but this was a place you know tendencies of teammates, just the comfort levels, and I think we're starting to get that in Dallas.
Because you were, up right a couple of days after the playoffs ended, playoff run ended, you were still optimistic that you guys could work something out.
Yeah, I always had a feeling that, something would probably work out, until it didn't give me any reason really not to.
What was that point of realization that you weren't going to be back here?
I think when I went on my visit with Tom Holy,
It was over at that
it
point.
was over.
Isn't that tampering?
It was a visit.
I'll visit. When did I know? Right. No, it was, you know, until, you know, everything happens, it really, there's always, you know, thoughts both ways.
I
do
mean,
you
there's the
think?
family aspect of it too. I mean, is that maybe the hardest off-ice part? Like you said, you go play hockey, but bringing the family and moving them with a kid who's in school out here, obviously.
So yeah, you know, parenting's always challenging. But it was just a change. You know, there's still moments where, you know, Nate would want to be here, over there, and, but he's found some awesome friends, and I'm pretty, you know, excited for him. It's been fun to watch him grow. He loves his hockey team there, and he's got a good school, and, you know, we're really adjusting well. It takes time. That's the only thing that really I've taken out of this is it takes time. That
You and Doug in good terms, I guess.
Yeah.
There's no problem.
yeah, good terms.
When you hit the ice tomorrow, you said it was going to be a little bit awkward probably for a moment when you get out there, but also you think you're going to feel a lot of appreciation for all those people who cheered for you all those years?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's one of the most exciting parts, you know, about tomorrow is just getting out there, you know, in front of the fans. And it was, you know, an awesome run. I always loved skating on the Shark Head. You loved scoring goals in the playoffs when we played here in the playoffs. You know, every year it was, you know, those are some of the best games you could play in as a player.
You mentioned, you know, Game 7, you know, coming back to that Colorado series there. The Game 5, when you came out, you still were out at that point and get the ovation from the fans. That's got to be one of the more special memories, right? Just kind of coming out and getting that kind of ovation.
Yeah,
from
yeah, no, it was a fun moment. It was, you know, I could feel it. I could feel it getting better, you know, at that moment, and knew I was close. And it was just, yeah, it was fun to come out there. The guys were playing good. The guys were scoring goals at that moment too. So the building was, you know, going, and yeah, it was fun.
Do you have any advice for Logan when you got the captaincy here?
The biggest thing is to be yourself, I guess. That's all you can really do in those moments. You know, he's wearing that C for a reason, you know, and you don't want to change and not be yourself or do some of the things that, you know, have gotten you there. So he's, you know, tough year, obviously, and one that he's handled well in a lot of ways, and he plays hard. You know, it's just I never have to worry about Logan, you know, showing up, wanting to play, wanting to be on the right side of pucks and compete, and you see that you know, you see it even more in the playoffs in some of those big moments that he's had.
Well, there was that Game 5 moment. Are there a couple more that stand out about your time in San Jose?
Oh, I don't know. There's been a lot. Yeah, there's been a lot.
Joe?
Yep.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you, Joe.